getting your confidence up is one thing, keeping it is another thing. But let's see, let this be the last video you watch on how to be confident. But before you open your mouth, nobody's gonna know what you're like. They're strictly looking at how you appear. And what if that friendship or relationship comes to an end? How are you gonna keep yourself happy? Like, by the end of this video, you're gonna walk away with a whole different perspective and a whole different mentality.
They like, I tell you, always stay hot. Oh, they mad cause I keep making bops. Oh, she mad cause I'm taking her spot.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Nachi TK, and in today's video I'm going to be telling you or teaching you how to become a confident girl. By the end of this video, you're going to walk away with a whole different perspective and a whole different mentality. Let this be the last video you watch on how to be confident, okay? Let's get into it. I have a whole list here, so really, let's unpack. Number one, you have to become very self-aware, girl. You have to come to terms with the fact that you are not a perfect person. Give yourself space to heal and grow and process. That is the first step in learning how to be confident. Confidence is not when you have an inflated sense of self-worth. It's not having a God complex and believing that, oh yeah, I can do whatever I want to do. I'm untouchable. I can treat people like absolute shit because I'm this or because I'm that. That is not confidence. I already mentioned this, but confidence is not an inflated sense of self-worth or a God complex. Literally believing that you're both above mistakes, or thinking that you're infallible, or that you absolutely cannot make any mistake at all is not confidence. Because how are you gonna grow? How are you gonna learn? How are you gonna accept that there's space and room to grow? How would you elevate yourself if you think you're perfect and you have nothing to learn from everybody? You're not gonna learn anything. You are simply just gonna be stuck and in the same place you were. Simple. It is literally that simple. Another one that a lot of people don't talk about is fix your posture. Like, stop slouching or like leaning to one side when you walk, or like fix your posture when you walk up to somebody. These are things that people remember. Stand tall. Like, don't, like, if you have a medical issue or a health condition that's causing it, that's different. But if you have a simple bad habit or you simply have bad posture, I suggest that you work on that, because your physical appearance matter. And trust me, people can sense things like this. It's all psychological. Your physical appearance matters, because that is the first thing people say. Your personality is important, but before you open your mouth, nobody's going to know what you're like. They're strictly looking at how you appear. And if you present yourself as somebody who does not know what they're doing, confused about life, how are you supposed to make a good first impression? How? See? It just doesn't work that way. The next point is look after yourself and your body. Being that, does that mean going gym? Does that mean eating right? Does that mean taking vitamins? Does that mean doing your favorite form of exercise? I am a firm believer in the fact that you have to take care of yourself and look after your body. The confidence that you get from looking, not just looking good, but feeling good, is unmatched. Stop people pleasing, because that's literally what's draining you. No is enough. Like, you don't need to answer. You don't need to mold yourself or put yourself into a mold to get people to like you. Just be yourself. There's someone out there who will like you, believe it or not. Stop people pleasing. Stop doing things to make people like you. Doing things for people you love is not people pleasing. People pleasing is when you just do things for people's validation. Stop seeking other people's validation. The only person's validation that you have to seek is you, like yourself. If you treat yourself well, that's the energy that you will attract. Now, this needs to be taken with a grain of salt. In abusive situations, if you're being treated wrongly, it does not mean that is because you treat yourself wrongly. That's not what I'm talking about. But treat yourself how you want to be treated. It is tried and true. If you don't take after yourself, if you don't talk to yourself positively, if you don't treat yourself, I'm not talking treat yourself like spend money. If you don't take care of yourself, how do you want other people to perceive you? I've noticed when you take care of yourself, people know you don't accept things that are substandard, so they don't even approach you with it. So that is very, very, very important. Treat yourself like you treat the person that you are in love with. Or I saw this, I don't remember if it was a tweet or a TikTok or a post on Instagram, and they were like, treat yourself like you're dating yourself. And that has literally been one of the best pieces of advice that I've gotten ever. When you know who you are, people are always going to try and play you. Getting your confidence up is one thing, keeping it is another thing, because the moment people realize, oh, she's trying to, you often hear like, oh, things like, oh, you think you're big now, or you're so full of yourself, or you're you know, you think you're so sure of yourself, you're overly confident. When people see that you're becoming more confident, naturally they're going to want to put you down, especially if they're negative people. You need to be sure of yourself. Like, I'm sorry, but you don't always need people's opinions on what you want to do. Sometimes just trust yourself, because how do you even want people around you to trust you if you cannot trust yourself? Like, how? Make it make sense. You need to absolutely trust yourself, and sometimes trust your own decisions. It's not every time. Like, no matter what experience somebody else might have, no matter what degree and qualification they may have, they cannot 100% tell you who you are or what to do, because they're not you. Like, I'm not saying don't take advice from people, but you need to sometimes trust yourself with certain things, okay? Because no matter the degree or qualification other people hold, they're not you. Like, they're simply not you. To do is reduce your interaction with insecure people. Now, I don't want to use the word cut off people that are insecure or yada yada yada, but you can do that. But I'm just saying, reduce your interaction with people who are insecure, people who are constantly nagging about their lives, people who like are ungrateful about their lives. Reduce or remove yourself from situations and from places where people are always complaining about their lives. Someone who is not grateful, someone who is constantly insecure, someone who's always picking out something or finding something wrong is not going to be a good friend to you, babe. I hate to break it to you, they're not going to be a good friend to you anyway. So reduce or limit your interaction with people who are insecure. And I don't think people understand, your social circle says a lot. So if you're friends with people who are always nagging, always complaining, always feeling insecure, always crying about the same boy, babe, that's going to affect your energy, that's going to affect your growth, that's going to affect your own mental health. Like, imagine instead of having mature conversations about what you want to do with your life, making plans for the future, having fun with your friends, it's always about, oh, a boy again. Like, I'm not saying you can't talk to your friend about things that bother you, but be so for real. Like, don't let anyone make you feel inferior or make you feel like you're not doing enough. And I'm gonna give an example of this, okay? So if you're a woman and you're like me, you know, or if you're just a person, you don't even have to be a woman, but this is specifically for women, especially young black women. If you're a young black woman who likes to get things done, like you don't like to sit around and wait for other people, please don't let these like soft girl, like I don't want to work ever in my life girlies, like it's okay to say that. Don't let them bully you into thinking that, oh, okay, you can only be feminine if, you know, a man is doing this for you, a man is doing that for you. Or if you simply like have it in you, like you know that you're a boss, you know that you like to get things done, you know you don't like to wait around for anybody, please, please, and please don't listen to these women that tell you doing this for yourself or you doing that is you reducing your feminine energy or the divine feminine or whatever bullshit that they're feeding you. Don't play into it. Don't let anybody, and I see this a lot with people that associate themselves with soft life, don't let anybody bully you or make you think that you are not woman enough simply because you would rather do things yourself. Please don't let people do that to you. Stay true to yourself. Another thing about confidence is literally fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. Like, I don't even know how I would even relate this to my own personal experience, but literally with, for example, with content and posting, I wasn't always this confident. It really wasn't always this easy. Before, I used to stutter a lot on camera, etc. But I started faking the confidence. I started acting like I was walking on clouds. My confidence is literally a fake it till you make it situation, and one day you look back and realize that the thing you've gone from faking is literally now your reality. Like, literally, girl, do not let anybody make depreciating jokes about you, be that about your appearance, or like, don't ever let anybody like try to degrade your accomplishments because it's they're projecting. Don't let anybody degrade your accomplishments or insult you as a joke or come for your appearance as a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. They simply are not. No, it's not a joke. It's not a joke. Don't make self-depreciating jokes about yourself, because believe it or not, it's things that you say to yourself. Your brain is subconsciously picking them up. If you constantly say, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke, your brain is already registering, oh yeah, I'm broke, I'm broke, I'm broke. Before I used to do that, and now I don't anymore. Like, even if it's funny and everybody wants to laugh about it, it's really, really, really not good. And especially if you're a Christian, or if you're religious, or if you're even spiritual, I believe that the tongue has a lot of power, and you simply cannot just be saying just anything, especially if it's about yourself. This is your own life. Don't use your own tongue to proclaim negativity upon your own life. Instead of telling yourself, oh, I'm so broke, I'm so fat, I'm so lazy, I'm so ugly, tell yourself you're beautiful, and one day you will start to believe it. Like, you will literally watch it become your reality. I've already said this, trust the process, trust your decisions. You don't always have to ask 101 people what their opinions are. Obviously, sometimes, you need people to weigh in if you're making a big decision. But I'm just talking about, like, it's not every single thing you need to ask, oh, do you think it's cool for me to do this? Sometimes, babe, you need to trust yourself. This one is so, so, so true. The world will so try and tell you who you are. They will try to define you, try to put you in a box. Don't let them, like, simply don't let that happen. Don't let that be your reality. People are obsessed with, like, labeling and telling you who you are. Be yourself, be true to yourself, be true to whatever you believe in. And if there's one consistent thing that I will say with confidence, is actually be yourself. You cannot be confident when you're faking to be somebody else. Like, no, you really have to sit back and do a lot of inner work. Just like that was the first point I said. And this ties in a lot with believing yourself. When you want to become confident, when you've made up your mind to become confident, you need to put in inner work. Stay true to yourself, okay? Another thing is get to know who you are without other people, okay? Get to know who you are outside of that friendship. Get to know who you are outside of that relationship. Because your self-worth cannot be tied to people. Like, you cannot rely on people to make you happy every single time. You cannot rely on a text from a boy to, get you in a good mood. You cannot rely on the next time you see your friends to get you in a good mood. They have their own lives. If you're not happy with yourself, what if they leave? What if that friendship or relationship comes to an end? How are you gonna keep yourself happy? Like, how are you gonna keep going? You cannot always rely on people to pick your mood up. You cannot rely on somebody else to be your own source of happiness, because that alone is selfish, and it will not bring you any good. So you need to get to know who you are, spend time with yourself, and learn to love yourself, and learn to make your own self happy. Find things that make you happy. Stay true to yourself so that you don't fall victims to trends, etc. Like, people literally prey on insecurity. That is literally the tactic of businesses and brands. They literally create non-existent problems and they tell you, oh, this is how you fix it. If you're not a confident person, you will easily fall into the trap of these people, okay? As soon as you're confident, like I said, people will always try and put you down. If you guys enjoyed this video, give this video a like and a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more, let me know. I absolutely enjoyed filming this video. Let me know if you'd like to see more, because I definitely have more tips. Like, girl, I have so much more tips. Okay? So don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you found this video helpful, and bye bye. See you in my next video. Stay tuned, because I'll be dropping more videos like this, because I found that I really actually enjoy teaching and motivating, etc. So yeah, thank you for watching, guys. Bye.